some emotional processing calls for me to bounce, to shake it out. It's dynamic. It's energetic. I'm saying things and throwing my arms out and really honoring like, oh my God, I'm really scared. And wow, this is amazing. And I'm really excited. And then sometimes the emotional processing is really slow. It's about slow, full body movements. Sometimes I'm on the floor. I really love doing emotional processing on the floor, actually. Sometimes I'm in my bed. So it's also about having a range of practices and kind of knowing like, because flight can show up in my emotional processing where sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, I just want to like be done with this.
Yeah.
I don't want to slow down. And it's when I hear that, when I feel that, I'm like, you better slow down.
Yeah.
You need to slow down. And it's like cultivating a space for myself. And this is where I really feel the sanctuary of my space, my home, my garden, where it's like, this is my safe space to move slow.
Yeah.
Because there was a time in my life where moving slow wasn't available, but that is where the medicine is. And understanding that, like, for me, I'm very well worn for shame. And understanding those nuances of shame and then just being like, okay, let's just move this. So it's like, I'm not someone who was patterned for a lot of movement. I never really did a lot of movement because I was like, I spent a lot of my life in shutdown and immobility. And so the idea of movement is something that I really had to kind of work for. And I can't let that get down. You know, I have to stay in motion with.
Keep practicing the skill.
Yeah, I do. It's a skill that I've really had to work at and to understand, like I said, just the nuances of my own nervous system of like, don't let that come into the body. Just let that go right away because we've had so many conversations about these little ways that we can be impacted when we're out into the world. And it's like, no, what has happened here emotionally is super sacred and not anything just gets to come into my body now. I have real boundaries around experiences and the emotional experience that could create for me. And so I am someone, I do lean into emotional processing pretty regularly because I also want to process the excitement. I want to process the joy. And it looks very similar to processing grief and shame and rage